I will try to. The only reason I might get a piece of paper out, I might put it. What?
I just want to get in my text thread and then I can pull it up.
Okay. The only thing I'm gonna do is starters and whatnot.
Hello and welcome back to the Buffalo Pregame Show, brought to you by First County Federal Credit Union, locations in the area of Piedmont and McAlester.
Hell of a week to quit drinking. That's airplane, wasn't it? Stand outside real quick. Have it quick, just to pick me up. Huh? Or check on it now. When you're if you're here. Oh man. You're not slobbering yet. I know you're trying now. I can see your eyes flickering. He's not dead. Nope. It's like Beetlejuice. You cannot. You know how you can't. I mean, you're a ghost, which means you're already dead, so you can't dead. Die dead. You can't war die. I'll come check on it if it's something wrong. I'll come check on it. I don't. You know what? I have to fill my application. Where'd you put that? Is it Google? I was gonna say, where'd you go to that score thing?
Okay.
Or where was it?
It was in Chrome.
You sure?
Yeah. Scroll down.
Oh, okay. That was just your bag. Hmm? Because I don't need to look really at this, but I'm gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this. We're gonna do one of these actions. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of these actions right here. That way, I can just put this right here and still see my stream.
But I mean, at this point, that's his fucking stream.
Well, yeah. It's him going. Hey, if you need me, I'll be.
Yeah, I don't need you to lick my balls.
I am.
I'm in bounds here, right?
No, yeah, 100%. Like it is one of those things that you're. I guess there's parking over there too. That we didn't park over there. So we'd have to walk across the field.
Piedmont players extended their season, brought themselves on a tough second 60 to 40 Midwest City Bombers in the snow last week. In that game, they used their flexible offense to rush for over 500 yards and finally scored multiple players rushing for over 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. This offense dangerous. It's not one of the triple options. In fact, they have multiple really good options that can take it to the house at any given point.
They might have a flex phone, but like James told us, we had to coach Harmon.
That's right.
You ran the same exact offense, and the Bucks stuffed them out of it and forced them going into the shotgun. But Piedmont runs this offense way better than the Lions. They're going to be extremely physical with this offense. They're going to play smash mouth football. They're going to punch you in the face. That means you have two options. One, you fold and let the Cats do what they want, or two, you take the punch, fire a haymaker back, and let the Cats know that they are in a fight for survival.
Who's that?
Evanston's son, who was involved in an incident that got the haunted house on Halloween.
This is just counting. That's the only thing I see. Oh, now I can see I can hear my voice.
We got some little information since the show with some people have said where they think that
So 5A4 and 5A1 weren't really the that strong district. Still.
we got some little information since the show with some people have said where they think that information since the show with some people. 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 Information since the show with
Test, 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 test.
Test.
Information tonight is
Test, 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 test.
Test.
information tonight.
Test.
start the evening here. And it looks like, Caden Lesnow is the quarterback.
Yeah, and this formation's kind of interesting. On those last two plays, the wide receivers don't come to the huddle, so that kind of almost has to say it's a run play and not anything like that.
Back into a Wildcat formation, bunched up, and it is going to be a right side, and he's got nothing but green grass trotting in. McCarty is for the touchdown, and so the first punch of the game for McAlester, 3 plays and a cloud of dust for that touchdown. And Piedmont defense is reeling a little bit as they're wondering exactly what happened there.
Yeah, and that was just a quick wham-bam plays right there. And so that's something that Piedmont's going to have to go and look into as that defense goes back to the sideline and kind of catch their breath, but also go, guys, we have to be able to control this sideline here.
Snap down, kick up, and good. And so there you have it. 7-0 is the score. Crossover Radio Sports simulcast on Squirtle brings you Piedmont Wildcat football. It is radio with a purpose. We're going to be right back after this quick message. Stick around. And 7-0 after the opening drive results in points for McAlester. Piedmont needs to answer. And so here is the kickoff. High pooch kick, fair catch called for and made right there at the Piedmont 34-yard line. 1st and 10, that's where they're going to take over. And so you got to mark going back. I mean, the defense kind of took the haymaker there. Offense needs to answer.
Yeah, and this is where Josh Mars and company is going to come out. I feel like they're going to be able to come out with a little bit of swagger. I mean, hanging 60 points in any game, especially with the flexbone offense, that shows that you know how to run the ball. So this is something I think they're going to be able to have something in, and starting off, as always, with Cannon Wood, so that consistency is still there.
1st and 10, singles on either side. Wood in the backfield. Handoff is to Wood, testing the left side. Gets a gain of about 5 on the play. And so there you go, Mark. That's exactly what you're looking for in kind of that first carry.
Yeah, and that's where, as we always talk in the first quarter, Cannon Wood might only get 2 to 3 yards a gain. This one was a 5-yard gain for him. But in order to get those 2, 3, 5-yard gains here in the first quarter, that just opens up for 7 to 10 to 30-yard gains going into the second, third quarter, because getting hit like that is not so much fun on the defense.
Yeah, especially when it's 32 degrees on. You don't want to. Those become a little stingy after a while. So second handoff is to Wood. Gain of, let's call it, 2 on the play. Staying on schedule. 3rd and 3 coming up after the carry.
Yeah, and this is going to be a pivotal 3rd down, I think. I mean, granted, they're right near midfield, so you have to start thinking. We saw them go quickly last week, going to 2-point conversions and going for it on 4th down really early in the game to kind of set a tone for the game. And so this is where you have to start thinking, all right, when do you start having that mindset in this game? But when's too far gone?
Yeah, Mars under center again. Wood in the backfield. Single up top, and it is Mars' design run. Right side flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a procedure penalty as that's blown dead. False start on the play. So 2nd and 2 turns into 2nd and 7 after the false start.
And it's one thing we haven't talked about Piedmont in the last couple games, I would say, is a lot of just penalties that were just mental mistakes kind of thing. It's not so much, there's a couple of holding penalties, but some of these just unnecessary penalties that Piedmont gets, we haven't been calling those, so hopefully that's just not a sign of things to come.
Wood in the backfield again, single up top. Looking to get that 5 yards back. Nothing happening there. Looks like there was a little flinch, but the refs decided it wasn't into the neutral zone. Mars, right side, testing the right side, gets a gain of about 2 on the play, but that is going to bring up 4th down. Let's call it 4th and 5.
Yeah, and 4th and 5, right at your side of the ball. That's probably at the 44-yard line. this is something I would really, one of two ways I would handle this is, one, I would run up to the ball, do a hard count, try to get the 5 yards, try to get that first down. If not, let this thing get a 5-yard delay of game of some sort and give your punter a chance to really get some air underneath this ball. But they're going with the 2 wideouts. So
lining up for the 4th down play. And so here we go, 10 seconds left on the play clock. Let's see, they do snap it. And it is an option play for Mars, and he is stuffed right there about 2 yards short of the first down marker. Short. Piedmont gambles and comes up short on that one, and that is where McAlester is going to take over 1st and 10 after the turnover on downs.
Yeah, and that's one thing you have to also have a look at is Mars took a little bit of a lick there at the last play. He kind of spun, went, and his back was trying to go forward, and then there was a McAlester Buffalo that came up and put a shoulder pad right between the spines and the shoulder blades on the back. So that's something that you have to kind of, as a scrambling style quarterback, you have to keep those type of hits to a minimum.
Absolutely. And so here we go. Les now is your quarterback. Trips to his right. Single back in the backfield, a single receiver up top as well. Rolling to his right, looking for a receiver, and it is caught on the fastball. Gain of 5 as the receiver number 10 had to go down. Ethan Watkins to get the reception. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, he dug that one out of the dirt. Granted, from up here it looks like it hit the turf, but then again, I'm also high above First National Field here in McAlester, so who knows? What do I know?
I tell you what, that had some
steam on it, though. I will say that from Lesnow. He had some. He called for the 2-seamer.
Yeah, Watkins can't feel his hands right now. Here we go.
Yeah,
and it is a fake handoff. Lesnow is the keeper on the right side, and he's got a lane to the 20-10, and he is pushed out of bounds right there at the 10-yard line. Another big chunk play from McAlester. Everything working here. Piedmont is in trouble early on this football game.
Yeah, Lesnow, I want to commend him on that play. He was able to have that read option, and he immediately saw that there was 2 Piedmont players coming around the edge, and he sold the handoff to McCarty on that play, but was able to keep it and get upfield. And that's something with this read option. I've been watching them. They've been doing a lot of read options on this team. So on defense, be careful of over pursuing.
Lines up in kind of a flex bone themselves, and then they get into a stack formation. Jet sweep going right to left, looking for the corner, testing the corner.
That's going to be
close to the first down marker, but gain of 9 on the play. And inside, outside, all around, right now, Piedmont defense looking to solve this equation here.
Yeah, and this is going to be something that they're going to have to definitely, really step in on the trenches to get some kind of just penetration into the backfield, but also containing this running back quarterback duo right here. Kind of interesting formation here.
Yeah, quick snap here, getting set up, and it is looking for something. Les now unable to find the center. Looks like he went to the tackle position to fall forward. Gain of about 2 on the play, short of the end zone, but does get a 1st and 10 ball right there at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and that was a interesting play. They're kind of reaching into the bag of tricks on this one to kind of get some score.
So settling the center and then getting low on that. And here we go. Les now on the keeper. He gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. Going to depend on the spot. Ball comes loose, but after he gets down, side judge here is calling it down at the 1. No gain on the play as they're looking to just Larry Zonka that one in.
Yeah, they were just basically going big on big, and hopefully our guys are bigger than you. But one thing they have done is been able to impose their will on this trench battle, and that's something where this defensive line for Piedmont needs to kind of settle down and play their own game. I think they're just playing on their heels a lot right now, and McAlester is coming out and just basically just having their way.
So here we go, and then shift here in a little bit of a stacked formation, and it is Les now keeping it, lowers his shoulder, and there is the signal. Touchdown, McAlester. And just like that, McAlester is 2 scores up pending this extra point. And you got to think Piedmont is on the sideline saying, okay, guys, this is going exactly the wrong way that we thought this was going, and something's going to have to get figured out there on the sidelines.
Yeah, and this is not for a flexbone style team where you want to be 2 scores down, because 2 scores down with this style of offense,
you're behind schedule. It's just like a 1st and 15 or 2nd and 13 and a 3rd and 11. It almost feels like it's insurmountable, but the coaches on that far side of the field are going to be able to go to their guys going, hey, we're barely through the first quarter, guys.
Yeah, we're halfway through the first quarter, so it's plenty of
still-
football left
there's
to be
still
played.
time.
Snap down, kick it up is good, but there is a flag on the play, and so it looks like it is a flag against Piedmont, and it's a personal foul. It is a clipping on Piedmont. That's going to be enforced on the kickoff. And so here we go. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. Crossover Radio Sports. It is Sports Talk with a Purpose. We'll be right back after this.
At West Metro Community Church, we know the
Crossover Radio Sports simulcast on Squirtle, Piedmont Wildcat football, and just like that, 6:28 left in the first quarter. 14-0 is your score, as Piedmont looking to get their second possession. And you hate to say that that perhaps this early that this is kind of a make or break possession for the game. But this one is very important to at least give some time for the defense to catch their breath there. Here we go. It is an onside kick, and ball does pop up. Ball is still loose. It is a scrum for the ball, and the ref does signal that McAlester falls on it. So McAlester using the penalty to go ahead and see if they can't steal a possession, and possession stolen exactly like they drew it up, and we are reeling.
Yeah, this is tough for a bunch of high schools. I mean, it's tough for me being, mid-30s at this point. It's one of those things. I'm almost to that point feeling like it's almost demoralizing at this point. It's like, can we get on track, guys? Can we do anything right at this point? And so it's one of those things of you just have to find that will, find that way, find that inner self to get something going here.
Trips to the left. It is a handoff, testing the left side, up the middle, finding a hole in blockers, and bounces to the outside. 10, 5, gets to the pylon. One touchdown, one touchdown for McAlester. Just like that. This is like a bad dream. This is like the dream where you're running and the monster's chasing after you, and you're in mud, and you're not run, and you can't run, and you don't have any clothes on, and you can't make change or do math or anything like that. I mean, this is absolutely one of those times where it's time to take a breath, snap down, kick up, and good. Just like that, 6:15 left, 3 scores for McAlester, 21-0. Mark, I mean, what do you have to say here?
I just think, honestly, one thing is for 6 minutes, this defense has been on the field pretty much. So it's kind of one of those things of how in the world do you, as a defensive lineman and a defensive back and a linebacker crew for this Piedmont team right now, how do you find that extra gear? How do you find that extra oomph that you feel like they've been kind of just having their way with you and you just can't get anything going. In an offense, you went 3 and out and only have 9 total yards going so far in this game, plus that penalty knocked them back. So it's literally that whole saying of what can go wrong has gone wrong so far this game in the first 6 minutes.
And so here we go, staying here as they get lined up for the kickoff after the touchdown. And so, Mark, I mean, I think if you're Coach Hall at this point, you're saying, hey, 0-0, guys. Let's reset it. Let's hit the reset button. All right, let's go ahead and smash that guy, and see what we can do about maybe just kind of building on some victories. Right. Let's build on some things that to get something going. High kick, fair catch, called for, and received.
Wow.
McAlester.
Then it's just down there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's down.
If they called for a fair catch, you have to let them catch the ball.
I think on a fair catch, they have the right to the ball.
Yeah, we're gonna see what this
Yeah, so it's a legal procedure on McAlester. So Piedmont signals for the fair catch. They have a right to the ball to try to catch it. McAlester came in, kind of stole it out of midair like he was blocking a basketball shot, and thought he could get it. But since
he called for a fair catch.
The key is that Piedmont calls for the fair catch.
Right, and if he didn't call for the fair catch, it was a great recovery. But that's also kudos to Piedmont players right there being able to know call for the fair catch.
Twins on either side, Mars in the backfield, and it is a handoff to Izzy Robles, and he is testing the right side. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 coming up. Penalty on that kick-catch interference puts it on the McAlester side of the field for the first time tonight. And here we go. Got to build on this here, Mark.
Yeah, that penalty is big time for you and puts you in positive yardage. This is where you have to just put your head down and just get to the end zone. Start building some momentum.
Twins to the right, it's fake handoff. Mars looking to pitch it, sneaks through and breaks through kind of an arm tackle there. Another gain of 3, so 3rd and 4 coming up, ball on the 39. And until you chip away at this lead, Mark, you got to think, especially on this side of the football, that if you went for it on 4th down in the first possession, that it's all gas, no brakes. Got to go for it on 4th down here.
I have a feeling, I'm just going to call it now, and I mean, we can Nostradamus this thing at the end of the 4th quarter. I don't think we're going to see Piedmont's punter tonight. I think it's going to be a 4th down unless they're at their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, or 4th and a billion, jillion, gazillion.
Yeah.
Here we go. Robles in the backfield. It is a pitch to Lucian, right side, looking to corner, finds the corner, 1st down. And there we go. The first positive play for Piedmont Jaden Houston on the carry gets them the 1st down, and that is one of those things that you can start building on.
Yeah, that's a momentum builder. That's where, as Mars, you come back to the huddle and go, guys, that's one. Let's keep going. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's take the momentum out of the best place for that offense is right over there.
Stacks of victories begin with the 1. Here we go. Robles testing the right side, testing that middle, stays on schedule for a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up. And Mark, we've talked about this all year long, that those 3-yard gains often turn into 5, 6, 10, 20 big chunk plays in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Yeah, problem is that they haven't been able to, ground and pound this defense so far because, well, they've been on the sideline.
Handoff is to Robles, left side, testing the left side, gets to the 2nd level, staying on schedule. 3rd and 4 coming up after the gain of 3.
Yeah, and this is, so far out of the about 6 runs we've had, we keep running it pretty much right up the middle. So this is where I would start to think that Jaden Houston, Colton Lucian outside run would probably come into effect at this point, also bringing 2 guys out wide. That's something that they've done almost on every 3rd down is put 2 wide receivers in the play.
3:40 left in the 1st quarter. Mars under center, and it is a pitch to Houston, testing the right side. And like you called it, Mark, starting to test some of those corners and outsides on the pitch play and getting some success. 1st down coming up after the carry.
Yeah, and after that one, there was a little bit of not so much of the hugging pushing, but the pushing of get off of me kind of pushing. So it's already kind of getting snippy, and it's one of those things of if I'm Piedmont and I'm these coaches, I'm going to make sure, hey, don't be making dumb mistakes at this point.
Singles on either side for Mars as he puts a man in motion. Handoff is to Robles and fighting his way. Gain of 6 on the play. And there's Izzy Robles once again proving his versatility as he gets that decent-sized carry, getting ahead of schedule here on the gain of 6.
Yeah, and this is where Izzy kind of does shine a little bit, being able to push his limit, push that line forward. And the one thing that we've been saying all season, Izzy falls forward. Every time he gets hit, he's going to make sure he's going to get at least 1 more yard after he got hit.
Mars under center, Robles in the backfield. Mars on the keeper, now testing off tackle here as he gets to right pretty close to the 1st down marker. Looks like it is a gain of 3, let's call it. 3rd and 1 coming up. Ball in the red zone right at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and this is going to most likely, I would bet, a probably a run for Josh Mars. I bet it might just be just a push pile forward type of run. They're bringing everybody in close.
Bunch formation here for Mars as they hand the ball off to Robles. Gets the first down, yardage, and more. Down to the 5-yard line, 1st and goal. And once again, Robles finds the second level and finds the first down marker.
Yeah, and this is just turning into one of those classic Piedmont drives, just 5 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, 6 yards, 6 yards. It seems like we're just repeating things, but this is the type of drive that not affects the defense on this drive. It affects this defense in the 3rd and 4th quarter. If you know what I mean, it's basically this is the bruising style drive that in 32 degrees, these start to hurt after a while.
Mars under center, and the handoff is to Robles, met right at the line of scrimmage.
They're letting them play forever.
Forward progress. They call it dead at the 4, but they played that a little bit for quite some time.
Yeah, Izzy was stopped at the 4-yard line, and there's 4 or 5 Buffaloes basically bear hugging him. I'm sure Izzy was like, it's warm here because it's 32 degrees outside.
Yes.
But the problem is they kept pushing back. The danger of that, granted, understanding we thank these referees for being here, but the danger of having that kind of scrum pile is ankles get bent that way.
Yeah. 2nd goal coming up, and the pitch is to Houston, testing the right side, slips on the turf monster, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing as he is pushed back. Forward progress gets him back to the 5-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up. 46 seconds left. Have one more snap most likely in this quarter that I would imagine that Piedmont wants to mercifully end and maybe start afresh here in the 2nd, maybe even with some points.
Yeah, this is where I would probably think. I'm trying to be Nostradamus on this, or Romestradamus, as you always say.
Romostradamus?
Yeah, it looks like they want to talk about this. It's going to be timeout Piedmont. Timeout
McAlester. They're going to want to talk about it. They're going to take a break. We're going to take it with them. Crossover Radio Sports brings you Piedmont Wildcat Football. Live simulcast on Squirtle. Round 2 of the playoffs live from McAlester. We will be right back right after this. Stick around.
Looking for the latest Piedmont gear to wear? Check out.
27 seconds left in the 1st quarter. 21-0 is the score. McAlester has the lead. Piedmont has the ball, looking to cut into that lead. And here we go, 3rd and 5. You got to think that this is 4-down territory for Piedmont if they don't punch it in here.
I would want to think, if I was playing NCAA at this point, I would do a slant route or a jog route to the outside.
Mars under center is a keeper, looks to kind of sidestep his way.
There you are.
Gets to the 3rd-yard line, is then pushed back and driven back to the 10-yard line, and then kind of body slam there.
There's no excuse for someone to get tossed back 7 yards from the initial contact. And if that's just referees, I don't think want to touch the whistle because that whistle will probably freeze to their lips. You're welcome. Tell me I'm wrong.
Hazard of the job, guys.
Yeah, right.
It's the end of the 1st quarter. 21-0 is your score here. Live from McAlester. We're going to bring you back here in a minute with that 2nd quarter. Stick around. Piedmont Wildcat Football, Crossover Radio Sports, Sports Talk with a purpose. It's Crossover Radio Sports at Sports Talk with a purpose, live from McAlester. First National Field. 4th and 3 coming up, ball at the 3. This is a crucial drive because Piedmont has done the first part of this drive. They have chewed up the clock. Now they need the points. Here we go. Mars under center, looking to pass, and it is caught. Touchdown, Piedmont on the wheel route. I can't see the number.
I mean, it's either going to be
It looks
Cole
like 18.
Kaufman
It is Cole Kaufman.
Yeah,
you got it, Mark.
Because the one thing I have noticed that drive, there was a lot of plays he was lining up alongside with Whitworth, and so it's been interesting that Cale was able to be on the field with him and getting some playing time. But it's also one of those things of you don't put someone out there just as a decoy whenever you intend to throw it to him.
Snap down, kick is up and good. And so, Mark, 21-7 now. Back to a 2-score game. And, this is one of those things is that to stack victories, first you have to stack that first one.
Yeah, and that's a momentum builder, but it's also not just so much of getting on the board. It was also leaving Lesnow on the side of the field. That was leaving this offense being able to, they were red hot starting the first 6 minutes. And guess what they were doing for the last 6 minutes of that first
freezing.
quarter? They were freezing on the sideline. Granted, McAlester has some of these cool heaters, like the directional heaters, those big tubes. They were down there. They look like bazookas. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they were down there probably staying warm. But guess what? You're not in front of those heaters. Now you have to go back on the field. And the one thing that you are now having to worry about is for this McAlester team is I don't know how to run right now because it is so freezing cold, and that is the best defense for an offense like this where they depend on those extreme
high
cuts,
octane,
high octane, and deep runs. That's where sometimes a cramp comes in a little bit at times. So we'll see what happens with this defense here.
Lining up for the kickoff here. Let's see if the special teams might have a little trickeration to counter some of this high-octane offense that McAlester has been running. High pooch kick, fielded at the 30, brought up to the right side, and he's got a lane again, crossing into Piedmont territory, pushed out at the 41-yard line. And once again, we do see special teams on McAlester setting up their offense in a good position.
Yeah, I'm going to say that was a net putt or net kickoff of 3 yards. Kicked off from the 40, they got it to the 43-yard line. So that's not very good return on investment on a kickoff there. But this is where this defense, they've been sitting as well on that sideline for this long amount of time. So this front four, I'm looking at this front four to really step up on this set right here.
Lesnow in the shotgun, trips to his left, single up top, and it is a play action, reception caught, gain of about 5 yards on the play. Carter Lance is your receiver as they complete this first down play.
Yeah, and that was a good play action. And the one thing that Lesnow was doing that entire first half was read option style thing. Get the ball, attempt to hand off, and then run it himself. And that's a little bit more of a wrinkle from this quarterback, being able to get that ball quickly out to the sidelines there.
Trips to his left again, single up top. Play action is handoff to the running back, and he falls forward for a first down. McCarty.
Yeah, and that's just them getting more push on the front. That I was watching the offensive line on that play, and that entire offensive line slid everyone to the left and brought the left tackle on an end around for a lead block on that one. And that's something that for Piedmont you can't give up that battle of the front, the trenches there. You're going to have to push back, not let them slide as easily. And then the linebackers have to make sure they follow the gaps and stay in line.
10:50 left in the first quarter and counting.
Cannon Wood went a little bit early. He tried to get to the quarterback a little bit.
Yeah, offsides there as they were emptying out the backfield to go to like a wildcat on that. Lesnow giving him yet another look for this Piedmont defense.
Yeah, they're not scared of opening up the playbook. McAlester is at this point. They're basically just having their way.
Okay, so here we go. Wildcat coming out as Lesnow clears out here. McCarty in the backfield. It is a keeper testing the left side, has a block, breaks a tackle, crosses into the 20. First and 5, turns into 1st and 10, but McCarty is down on the ground as he is brought down on what is effectively concrete on this frozen turf.
Yeah, and that was Cannon Wood on the tackle on that one. But he had arms wrapped around his waist and kind of was trying to run out of it. But he looks like he might have landed back of his head, back of his neck somewhere, but he's not in a happy place at the moment.
We're going to take a break as they tend to the injured player. Crossover Radio Sports brings you Piedmont Wildcat football. We'll be right back after this.
Since 1902. Member.
Helped off the field, and so they are checking him out there. First and 10, though, as they get lined up after the injury. Let's now hand
20.
off to the left side. Big hole on the left side.
Lane was able to get that tackle there on that. He was able to chase him down from behind and be able to get there and get a solid tackle. And it looks like that was
Jaden Cheney is looks like 24.
It might be. The numbers are very hard to see from McAlester. All the numbers are kind of skinny almost, if you want to say that. But
yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. So here we go. Handoff again to Cheney is what we're going to call it here, and he stretches for the end zone. They are going to give him the touchdown.
Yeah, they're gonna that one. He stretched out. I mean, he got close to not making that in there, but that was quick.
Yeah, I mean, next man up mentality for McAlester. And again, so your Piedmont Wildcats find themselves down 3 scores, 9:43 left in the second quarter. Snap down, kick up, and it is good. Just like that. 3-score deficit. Mark staying right here. I mean, you're seeing a little bit of emotion. You're seeing a little bit of, kind of frustration now from Piedmont. Now's the time, when you play frustrated, when you play with emotion, that's where you start actually getting into those plays where you're out of position. You get the penalties, and then ultimately, I mean, you have an answer from that positive touchdown that you had earlier.
Yeah, and this is where those coaches on the sideline, once this defense comes back over there, those coordinators need to get to their guys and say, hey, look, the game's not over, but you have to play. You have to keep what's between the ear holes. You have to keep your head in the game. You can't play with pure emotion. You can't play with anger or any type of negative emotion. You have to play smart football from here on out. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to test you, and the one thing that, first off, I would tell this hands team, hey, if that ball comes to you, catch it. Just to hold on to it, please.
Fair catch is your friend.
Because this McAlester team has basically had their way on special teams, both kicking and receiving at this point.
Lining up for the kickoff after the touchdown. It is a high kickoff. Fielded at the 27 and brought up. Looking for a hole and finds none as he is brought down by McAlester at the 35-yard line. And we've got a little bit of extracurriculars as it seems like some emotions on both sides of the ball here starting to not necessarily boil, but we are the simmer is growing here.
And the cold doesn't help at this point. That cold temperature on the field does not help for Piedmont players and getting, he looked like he was just trying to get back to the sideline, but there was a little bit of pushing and shoving happening. So it looks like they're going to bring Cannon back in. Cannon's been playing with some passion there on defense, so let's see if that can turn into positive things on offense.
Twins to the left as Wood gets the handoff left side, finding a little bit of success, getting to the second level on the left side. Gain of 5 on the play as Cannon Wood makes his way on that first down carry.
Yeah, and that was just a hard-nosed run for Cannon Wood. Hit the hole, accelerated through the hole, and tried to run over as many people as he possibly could. Getting to that second level, McAlester was able to hold him and not let it get past.
Single up top for Mars. Wood in the backfield. Tripped up Wood. Looks like he tripped on his own man a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like he almost tripped off of Mars on that handoff. He hit his knee. Josh is angling that he, I guess his knee came out and hit him. And so this is where, tempers may rise a little bit. In that huddle, you just got to make sure everyone stays on schedule, stays together, and doesn't do anything stupid here.
Loss of 1 on the play. Singles on either side for Mars as they get lined up. Wood in the backfield with them. And so here we go. Handoff is, play action to Wood, and that is Lucian, and he has got nothing but green grass. It's a foot race. He's got an angle. Can he make it all the way? He dives, and touchdown, Piedmont. There's your answer as Colton Lucian takes it 60-plus yards for the answering touchdown to get back into this ball game.
That was, Josh held on to that ball to the very last second. I think there was a set of shoulder pads in his gut when he made that pitch, but Colton, as soon as he caught that ball, the credit where credit's due, Colton was able to look that ball in, put that right in his hands, got it right in the bread basket right there, was able to eagle claw that ball and run it for 60-plus yards because there was nothing in front of him except for that little orange pylon there at the sideline.
Well, and also credit Lucian on that. He had the football IQ. He knew that safety was coming across and had the angle, diving for the pylon to get that end zone, to get to that end zone. Heads up play on that long run. Snap down, kick up, and it is good. 8:15 left in the second quarter, and it is counterpunch time, Mark. As 28-14 is your score. Crossover Radio Sports Talk with a Purpose. We're going to be right back right after this message. Stick around.
At the stadium, on the road.
Crossover Radio Sports Talk with a Purpose, live from First National Field here in McAlester. Colton Lucian on the long touchdown run to get this Piedmont Wildcat football team back in the game, now back in the hands of the defense. Mark, what did you see on that play?
The one thing I saw is the that front line being able to get some push, but the one thing that what Piedmont's been doing is run up the middle, but those big chunk yardage was coming outside of the hash mark. So let's see what happens here.
Kickoff fielded at the 34-yard line, and it is brought up to the 45-yard line. As McAlester will take over there. Yep. 1st and 10. Piedmont, if they're going to go counterpunch, that's fine. But this defense is going to have to come up with a couple stops before it's all said and done.
Yeah, and this is where you have to start thinking. It's eight and change left in the second quarter, and remember, Piedmont kicked the ball off to start the game. So if you can get a stop here and milk the clock,
get a BOGO.
Yeah, and I like BOGO sales because they Well, I get one for free.
Yeah, Black Friday's coming up. Well, how about a BOGO here? All right. Trips to the left, and it is a play is blown dead before the snap, and so it is going to be a procedure penalty, false start on McAlester, and so really the first time they've been off schedule all night long.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the first time I think we've seen this Buffalo team make a mistake, I guess, on this point. And so, that's something that you can start taking advantage of and being able to make things happen on this. And so we're going to see what this Piedmont team can do here.
Trips to his left. The handoff is to the left side, finds a hole, but then is plugged right there at the second level as a swarm of Wildcats come and tackle the ball carrier there. Second and 12 coming up after the short run.
I was going to say there's about 4 or 5 white jerseys that were having to get up off the ground because they all wanted I don't think we can do assisted tackles in this league on the StatCast because I'm not going to keep track of it. But
yeah, no,
that's
there's
5 assisted tackles.
There's 5 people who all got half tackles.
Yes. Oh, my goodness. They swarmed to the ball on that one.
Trips to the left for McAlester. Handoff is to the left side, and he finds a hole. Gets the third level, and it is a first down run as he picks his way through all of the levels. That is number 22. That's Corian Red, the junior, playing tempo now as they line up quickly. Stack formation, trips with an H-back, putting a man in motion, and it is a fake jet sweep, and then to the left side, and finding a big hole through the center. Let's call it a gain of 15 on the play. That's Blaze Baugh.
Yeah. He blazed a trail there, was able to get to that second, third level, and just a shoestring tackle on that play.
You know what? That's low-hanging fruit, but that's delicious too.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I make my own luck at this point.
Twins on either side for Les now as he gets lined up. Baugh in the backfield with him, and it is a handoff to Baugh, testing the right side off tackle, finding the corner there. Gain of 5 on the play. Let them play a little bit, Mark.
I'm trying to hold my tongue on a lot of this, but since that first down run on that 2nd and 12 or whatever, or no, 3rd and 12, I have probably seen so many white jerseys getting tugged and people getting pushed down to the ground. I'm not calling that holding, but in every other stadium in the state, that's holding. But I'm not going to say much more about that.
Twins to his left. Les now in the shotgun formation, and the handoff is to Baugh again, and makes a move. Need the 20, got to the 15, 10-yard run, first down for Baugh. As once again, this Piedmont defense having to withstand a little bit of punishment here and have now their backs against the wall.
Yeah, and I think this Piedmont team just can't wait to get to halftime, just to catch their breath at this point. This defense has not been able to get really any big stops so far this half.
Les now in the shotgun formation. Handoff is to Blaze here. He has been absolutely blazing this particular trail all I mean, listen, it's there.
I mean, it really is. I mean, he's just making his own luck at this point, I think. And I mean, he's not a leprechaun, but we'll take it of the blazing a trail.
Twins 2-yard gain is what I'm trying to say here.
No, I followed.
Words are hard.
Yeah, there's no math in this either.
Now, Twins to his left in kind of a pistol formation, and it is a quick out.
Oh, that's a great holding call right there in front of the side judge.
Sneaks through. Gain of, let's call it 7 on the play. Carter Lance on the beneficiary of some extracurriculars here.
Colton Lucian had a buffalo hand, I think, go up into his nostril on that one on a block. But illegal hands to the face and holding.
No, it's legal, guys.
It's legal here in McAlester. I didn't know that. I mean, we'll just let them play. But big third down here, 3rd and 2. This is where you can maybe step up and show your teeth a little bit.
Here we go, and it is a Wildcat formation, and it is testing the outside, and he is diving for the end zone. Punch, counter punch again as McAlester answers the score here. 34 is the score after the touchdown pending the PAT. And Mark, I mean, it's starting to turn into a little bit of a heavyweight fight, but that first round card obviously shows with that 3-score spot to begin things that in essence we're going to need something to change here on the defensive end.
Yeah, this is something that they're really going to have to step up and go back to the locker room and kind of figure out what is our game plan for the second half. How are we going to make this work? How are we going to make it to where we have our own game plan going into the second half and show what made us get here to this round 2 of the playoffs?
Taking a break. Crossover Radio Sports. It is Sports Talk with a purpose. We will be right back right after this message.
At West Metro Community Church.
Lining up for the kickoff after the touchdown here. 35-14 is your score. 4:45 left in the second quarter. High kickoff, fair catch, called for and made. Fielded at the 31-yard line. That's where your Piedmont Wildcats are going to take over, and they are in a dogfight, Mark.
Yeah, and this, I mean, being down by 3 scores on this, 3 scores so far in this game is not insurmountable. The end is not near at this point. There is still a chance. I mean, granted, look at exactly what McAlester did to start this game. In 6 minutes, they scored 3 times. So anything is possible with this team. It's just they have to kind of find the that want-to button.
Mars under center, handoff is to Izzy, finding some room on the left side, gets to the third level, and that's where he's tackled. Gain of 5 on the play. And there's that classic Izzy run where we see him falling forward, getting those extra couple yards just with the want to.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking for on this this drive is what's the want to look like for Piedmont going into this going into half.
Handoff up the middle, up the gut here for Izzy. Fighting, and I tell you what, that's 3 yards of want-to right there as Izzy, once again, showing that if you're going to bring them down, you better bring more than just a couple of guys.
And it looks like, I think that's number 3, maybe 5, 4. It's that outside linebacker from McAlester. I think he was on the receiving end of an Izzy run. He was slow to get up a little bit.
Going on back, it is a pitch left side and nothing but green grass in front of him. How about another Colton Lucian touchdown all the way down the left side of the sidelines?
He likes that side. He likes that left side. I mean, pitch to the left. It's just he gets to that. He bounces to the outside. And one thing about Colton, he's fast.
he's got the speed.
Let me tell you, that was a lot of want-to on that play right there.
There was some want-to. I tell you what, Colton on that one had about another 55 yards of want-to on that. 2 carries. Let's call it 115 yards.
So, yeah.
I'll take that average.
I mean, that's only 55 yards a carry. I mean, gee, that's a lot.
I don't even know if I could do that in NCAA anymore.
I mean, if you're on Heisman level, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, 55 yards a carry. It's going to have to be like on rookie level, and that's like OU playing like some Louisiana directional school.
FCS East.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, OU versus UCO or something like that.
Oh, goodness. But point after was good.
yes, 35-21.
I don't know if we're off the rails yet, but we are having a great
it's hugging them.
Yeah.
So during the point after, there was a personal foul for McAlester. And so maybe one more opportunity here for maybe either the Piedmont defense or special teams. Because I mean, here's the deal: 3:43 left in the in the half here. You get the ball to start the the half.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to start the second half with the ball. Right now, it's only a 2-score game. If you can get a stop here, and Piedmont still has all 3 of their timeouts, so this is something that they have already shown that Colton Lucian likes the left side, and they can probably keep that momentum going. But the one thing that does for this McAlester team is they're going to shade more to that outside, and guess what happens? The inside run gets big, and we've seen Izzy and Cannon be able to break those loose.
100%. So after the personal foul on the PAT, kickoff on the McAlester 45, and it is a squib kick that it bounces right off of a Buffalo, but is covered up. Looked like it was a missed opportunity, but the Buffaloes do cover it up. 1st and 10, so 35-yard line as well. They'll start 65 yards in front of them, and 3:42. You got to think that this defensive stand here is one of those that you got to get that tucked away if you're going to want a chance to get back into this game.
This defensive stand is what happens. This is when we go back on Monday to see it. This could be a game-changing drive right here. If you can get a stop and be able to give your offense a chance to get points before the half, that's big.
Handoff on the left side, testing the left side and standing up on the left side. How about that? Short gain on the play. This defense recognizes how big of a stand this is. 3:30 and counting left in the second half.
And you're going to probably have McAlester, I think, going to try to get as much of this time off the clock as possible. I mean, granted, they've been running it all game with this 3 and 4 wide setup that they've been doing, and Wildcat offenses and all sorts of different looks. But as Piedmont has to basically stick to your game, stick to your game plan, stick to your zone, stick to your man. Play smart football. Stay between the ear holes on your helmet.
Trips to his right for less now. It is a design quarterback run. Spin move, hits the circle button, gets up to the 40-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd and 5, 2:50 left in the second half and counting.
Yeah, and so this is a big 3rd down here. I mean, I think Piedmont's going to take a timeout here and going to go talk about it for a second. See if they can't come up with that blitz package here.
Taking a timeout with them. Crossover Radio Sports. It is Sports Talk with a Purpose. We'll be right back after this. Crossover Radio Sports. It is Sports Talk with a Purpose. 2:46 left in the second half. 3rd and 4. You got to think Piedmont just took their first timeout. They're hoping for that BOGO, and this is a big 3rd down for Piedmont.
I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of contain with the blitz up the center for Piedmont.
Trips to his right, putting the back into the backfield here. Empty backfield set, designed run. And it is short a yard. This Piedmont defense bends but doesn't break. Cannon Wood comes across from the left linebacker side all the way up to tackle him short. Does McAlester test their fate and go forward on 4th down? Looks like they might want to.
But there is a penalty, I guess, on, or was that a timeout?
Never mind.
Okay,
no, timeout,
I thought
timeout
there was
Piedmont.
penalty for a second, but no. If I was McAlester, I mean, yeah, you've had so much momentum, but you're at midfield. There is 2:27 left. Piedmont only has 1 timeout, and you know they're a triple option team. Punt them deep. Make it to where they have to go 80 yards in 2.5 minutes versus if you do somehow get this first down. If you get the first down, then yeah, no problem. But if you don't get this first down, you're turning the ball over in your own territory. So it'd be a wise decision for McAlester to punt this thing as deep as you possibly can see. And so that's where I would be at this moment is basically for McAlester, I would punt it deep and force Piedmont to do something with this ball before halftime. Let them make the mistake. You don't make the mistake. But for Piedmont, you're hoping they punt this ball. But it does look like Lesnow is going to come back on the field. So unless Lesnow is their all-team, all-sports player, looks like they're going to be going for this on 4th down.
4th and 1 coming up. Trips to his right for Lesnow. Single back and a tight end. And so here we go. Piedmont defense getting the test. Lesnow testing the right side, lowers his shoulder. It's going to depend on the spot. It looks like they're going to give him the first down.
Wow. They, credit where these refs are. They're holding, this team's accountable. But the one thing that just is that's a sale killer going into halftime. Because now with one timeout, I have a feeling McAllister's going to let this ball get set, and they're going to let this clock get as low as possible. Go to the halftime, minimize injury, and just regroup.
Twins on either side for Lesnow. Single back with them in the backfield. Here we go. Snap, and it is a quick pass to the left side as he lowers his shoulder. Gain of about 7 on the play on the first down reception, but also stays in bounds. 1:45 and counting here in the second half.
Yeah, this is going to be a 2nd and 2, but with 30 seconds on the play clock with 1:38, so they're going to be able to, if they wanted to, milk this all the way down, but I don't think they're going to.
I think McAllister's thinking maybe they might get some points here.
Yep.
So here we go. Lesnow rolling to his right, Twins on either side, and looking for a receiver.
That's a free timeout.
Finally was not able to find anybody, and he throws it away. 3rd down and 2 coming up, but that's exactly right, Mark. Timeout, an uncharged timeout.
That's one of those free timeouts, those the free varieties. Those are the ones you have to pay extra for at the gate. You can't buy those whenever you get inside, so I'm just digging that one. But let's see what they do here with this. I'm going to say they're in that Wildcat.
Wildcat formation, yeah, with 2 upbacks here. So very reminiscent to what Piedmont usually likes to do. Testing the left side, lowers his shoulder, and then gets out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but not before not only handing out some punishment, but also getting the first down.
Yeah, he ran over. I couldn't tell you who he ran over, but he full-on ran him over and just had his way there. So they're gonna, clock stops, 1:18. They got the ball on the 39-yard line. I mean, granted, we don't know what their kicker could do, but the timeout called. I'm gonna say this is probably Piedmont's last timeout, but let's see what they say.
Looks like it's an official timeout here.
Okay, this might have been just to kind of So do we start the clock when you say, or do
he got out of bounds?
I know, but I think he was just making sure he went out of bounds, right? Yeah, he did. Okay, so the clock. All right, yeah, I know what you mean. Just trying to figure out the heads of referees. It's a scary place.
Shotgun formation, taking a deep shot, and right off of his hands on the streak play, coming all the way down. 2nd and 10 coming up. Lesnow uncorked one and was unable to get it completed.
Yeah, that thing was right. It was a great pass right on it, and Lane Whitworth was coming in on the coverage, just was about 5 yards behind, too far behind to catch up to that thing. So it makes it 2nd and 10 from the 39, minute 12 left. Piedmont still has 1 timeout left in their back pocket, but instead of Piedmont getting points here, I would want for Piedmont to not let McAllister get points.
Yeah, trips to his right, handoff left side, and nothing doing on the left side as he is met right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 1, 3rd down, but that's exactly right, Martin. At this point, you're looking at keep stopping the bleeding and keeping McAllister off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think McAllister just called a timeout. Yeah. So they're going to want to see that, which is, I find, an interesting call. I mean, there was still probably, I think I looked at it, was 28 seconds on the play clock with 53 seconds. That's something, I mean, they are acting like they're wanting to get points right before the half.
They're not looking to chew this clock. We're going to stay right here during the timeout. They're not looking to chew this clock, Mark. They are looking to put points on the board, and because they know that if they get the ball stopped here, Piedmont stops here, they get the ball back to start the half, and then halfway through the 3rd quarter, if it's a 1-score gain, all of a sudden, Uncle Mo might be filling out some change of address cards.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll gladly let Uncle Mo come over and see what the guest room's like over in Piedmont. I mean, it's probably warmer.
100%. Yeah,
But-
we got fresh towels.
Probably some soap too. I would think.
Yeah,
you
no,
know,
for sure.
the water's warm. I mean, that's worth renting itself. Hot shower.
Hypoallergenic shampoo. What do you
Yeah,
think? I
yeah,
mean,
I mean,
it smells like
what, sandalwood?
Lavender and berries or something.
Or something. I don't know. We're back from timeout.
Twins up top for Les now. Single close to us with an H-back and a running back in the backfield. Rolling to his right, then looking left. Uncorks one on the left side. Looking, and it is no completion on the left side. 4th down coming up, and so you give Piedmont another timeout, and you got to think they're bringing out the punt team here. Piedmont defense does the job, keeps them on the scoreboard, off the scoreboard, pardon me. And so here we go. Is the momentum starting to maybe get an overnight bag here, Mark?
And here I would be worried of, okay, this is
swinging gate formation here on the punt. And so interesting formation. Les now, and it is a timeout Piedmont to make sure they did not get caught unprepared. Interesting formation and an interesting strategy for McAlester to maybe keep Piedmont's special teams on their toes.
You know what I think that was? That was just a complete and utter job by McAlester to make Piedmont waste that final timeout. I think that
100%.
We're going to throw something at you because we've been opening up the playbook back to 1960s to get something out, and we're going to make it look like something you've never seen before so far this season. And you're going to freak out. You're going to use a timeout to tell your kids, hey, that's what this play is. Just watch it. And now they're just going to probably punt it normally.
It's an interesting play. I mean, because it's a swinging gate. It's designed to see if you can catch more people going over to that far side of the field. And so here we go.
But no one back for Piedmont.
This is more of a wildcat formation. There we go. And so now backing to that swinging gate formation here. Les now is the punter. And so here we go, and looking to pass here on 4th down.
He went down.
And he is wide open. And before we could believe it, thinking that Piedmont's defense did their job, special teams gets caught napping on the swinging gate formation. Lesnow completes it and then pushes this back up to a 3-score game.
Yeah, Brogan Hardy was on that coverage, but whenever he got that cut, he just slipped on that turf monster that was there at the 25-yard line and wasn't able to recover, and then he just made it bounce outside. Les now was able to put it right there on the button and get it to get into the end zone.
Oh. Pulling all the stops here in McAlester. Oh, my goodness. Snap down, kick up, and good. 35 seconds left, and that is a gut punch.
I mean, granted, credit to McAlester. They have literally opened up the entire playbook for this and basically have caught Piedmont napping almost on every new play. Like, they might recycle a play, and then Piedmont goes, oh, we know how that play goes. We've seen this one before. And then all of a sudden McAlester goes, have you, though? Let me show you this wrinkle. Then all of a sudden you get the swinging gate, and you get something that Piedmont has never seen, or at least these kids on the field haven't seen that type of play before. And that's just something.
I mean, there haven't been people who haven't seen that. I mean, there's people who have not been, like, alive, like, since the Carter administration, who haven't seen like a swinging gate formation, like touchdown like that. Oh my goodness!
Wow, we're old.
Yeah.
That's gonna.
Here is the kick. Fair catch called for and made at the 28-yard line. 35 seconds left, and I mean, looking at the Piedmont side of the offense here. Now you got to think, if you wanted to get to that where score here, maybe have time, maybe score here, but then get the ball back, score again to get it to one possession again. I mean, that was the plan. You thought the defense did the job. Unfortunately, the trickeration comes out, right? The swinging gate touchdown, which I think the people of McAlester are going to be talking about that for
The great swinging play
The
of 22.
the great swinging.
I
game.
remember seeing them do that. Oh, my goodness.
Mars
now,
under
I
center,
tell ya.
Wood in the backfield, handoff play action, and then the pitch is to Lucian. Had some success on that before, but unfortunately nothing doing.
Yeah, I mean.
Clock is running. Piedmont cannot stop it. All out of timeouts, and that looks like probably the last play of the first half.
Yeah, I think they just are ready to. I mean, they're going to run up.
They have time to snap it if they can get to it. Here we go. Mars under center. Wood in the backfield, and it is a pitch to Houston. He's got some room on the right side. 0-0 is on the clock into McAlester territory, but time expires. And so that is how the first half ends. Your score, 42-21. We're going to take a break as they make their way to the locker room. Crossover Radio Sports. It is sports talk with a purpose. We'll see you in about 30 for second half action. We'll be right back after this. Stick around, guys. It's Crossover Radio Sports Talk with a purpose. Right back with you for second half action. 42-21 is your score.
They're playing Timmy Trumpets?
They're playing Timmy Trumpets.
Okay.
So what's the Mets closer is coming out.
Bring in the righty.
Forget the curveball, Ricky.
Give him the heater.
Mark,
All right.
Mark, second half keys. I think you gotta come out. This
defense has to get a stop. Offense has to be no mercy. Get touchdowns as quick as possible. On defense, you have to stop Lesnow from doing anything. Really, he's been getting everything he wants.
And here's the kickoff, and it is fielded right there at the 32. And I'm guessing they said he made a fair catch.
Okay, I guess England called for the fair catch. The guy in front of him that didn't catch the ball.
And that is the rule that anybody can call a fair catch. Because it's not fair for the special teams or the defense to
focus on just only one person.
Correct.
And so it's just as a team. Okay.
Yeah. So
all right. Well, they're gonna have good field position. It looks like they're gonna be starting at the 33.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's not the greatest, but it's also not at the 15. So. Josh Mars is coming back out there. Cannon Wood is in that fullback position with, looks like, Lucian in the backfield.
Yeah, so kind of a stacked I formation. The handoff is to Wood, left side, and nothing doing on the left side. This McAlester defense read that like a book.
Yeah, and that was just a run up the middle, trying to see if they can catch them napping right after halftime. But McAlester being able to stay home, stay in their gaps, and be able to get good wrap tackle. But here goes that thing, Kaufman and Whitworth going to the outside and being the two wide receivers. So let's see if that does anything here.
Wood under in the backfield with them, and then Mars on the keeper and is hit in the backfield. Nothing doing there for Mars. Loss of 2 on the play, and a pivotal offensive series here to start the second half is going the wrong direction.
Yeah, they're way behind schedule here. 3rd and 11. This is going to probably, if they're going to have any type of thing, they're going to have to be able to get something going here. I'm going to call for a pass play, but I have a feeling it's going to be a run to the left.
Mars under center again, and here is a pass, and it is
Lane
completed
Whitworth.
to Lane Whitworth on the seam route. Gain of about 25 on the play. Lane Whitworth cashing in there.
That's his ball, and that's his first down. He wanted it right then. So Lane being able to get there, but it looks like Piedmont going with a little bit of tempo here, getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Hand off to Ken Wood, looking to get some tempo here left side as they get about 3 yards on that carry. And so here we go, Mark, on the McAlester side of the football, some green shoots of life here on the Piedmont offense.
Yeah, and this is where, with Josh Mars and those guys, I would keep spreading honestly, you're down by 21. You got nothing to lose. This could be the last game. This is where you have to open up the playbook and let Josh Mars do Josh Mars things, and that includes possibly giving some of those slant routes, seam routes going for these wideouts.
Mars under center, and it is play action to Wood, but it is red, and Mars is swallowed up by the interior of that defense, losing about 2 yards on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up, so here we go.
Yeah, I was going to say Josh Mars was a little slow getting up there.
Salute.
But
Mars a little slow, again, a little slow, but, he had to peel off about 3.
There's 3 black jerseys on top of him.
Yeah, that's going to take it. And none of them were defensive backs.
They were the 3 of the 4 down linemen, and they were taking their sweet time getting off of him.
3rd and 7. Here we go. Wood in the backfield, singles on either side. Play action to Wood. Mars keeps it, falls forward. Very close to the first down. Going to depend on the spot. It looks like he's going to be about a yard short. So this can bring up 4th and 1. And here we go. Decision time coming up.
No decision. You're down by 21. You're at the 32-yard line, the 33-yard line. You need 1.5, maybe 1 football length yard. Go for the first down. Get it. Put some momentum in your sails.
Biggest 4th down, and it is a quarterback keeper, falls forward. And one of the biggest pushes of the season for Josh Mars as they are clinging to life here. They need some scores and they need some stops, so a big fourth down converted for Piedmont.
Yeah, that was a no-brainer. That was Josh Mars probably in the huddle or looked over and said, I got this. Just call my number. I'm going to dive forward. Let's just get this first down. Let's get back on schedule, and let's get some plays going here. The inside of this run game is not open right now.
First and 10, ball at the 30. Handoff is to Wood, who then sneaks past.
There's a
late flag coming in from deep center field.
From about the 3-point arc on that one, I think. I mean, granted, great throw from about 15 yards out. Good trajectory, good landing for that referee right there. Let's see what this call is here, coming from the white hat guy. Personal foul, face mask against McAlester.
They called that from way back. Hey, listen, I'll take it.
I mean, I guess if you see the head kind of go from one direction to the other direction, and then all of a sudden that guy go downwards, I mean, it's pretty easy to see when you got a good vantage point. But at the same time, he was 20 yards away and saw that. So I'll take it. Don't worry, I'll take that call. I mean, those are fantastic. So
yeah, for sure. So
puts them in the red zone.
First and 10 now, ball at the 14-yard line after the penalty. Big series here, as we've been saying. Handoff to Wood, testing the left side, getting through, dives for the end zone. Going to be called down right at the 1-yard line. Gain of 13 on the play. Cannon Wood on its best run of the evening.
Yeah, Cannon Wood has been running with a little bit more swagger this drive. Starting the third quarter on this drive, and I have a feeling it's just going to be another handoff to Wood, probably to the, let's say, right side this time. Why not?
Here we go. Left side for Wood. Cannon, he dives for the end zone, and he makes it. Cannon Wood, touchdown. Life springs eternal for Piedmont as they get the draw first blood of the second half.
And that's a big-time touchdown right there. That's a mood setter for the second half where they're able to come down and go, we marched down the field. We exposed our will and everything that we wanted to on this drive. We had a pass play and we had some big-time runs. And so that was them just flexing their offensive power to nothing crazy. I mean, there was nothing crazy on that drive, but they were able to get down there, get 6 points, and
the seam route to Whitworth right there on the big third down play.
I mean, it wasn't like a super big trick play. It's something that we have seen from this team. But
high snap down, kick is blocked.
Oh.
And Piedmont, 2 steps forward, 1 step back here as they get the extra point blocked. Going to keep that in the back pocket. Going to need to make up some ground at some point in this second half with that block. But be that as it may, 42-27 is your score. It's Crossover Radio Sports. We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
F&M Bank Piedmont is your community bank. fmbankok.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Piedmont lining up after the kickoff. After the touchdown kickoff here, and kicker lining up, maybe looking to do maybe a pooch or something like that at the 40. And here it is, and it is a squib kick. Bounces off of McAlester Buffalo. Scrum for the ball. Did Piedmont get a free possession? And they absolutely did. How about Lady Luck be on the Piedmont Wildcat side tonight?
Yeah, but there's Coach Hall is having a talk with that side judge. So I'm kind of wondering what he was trying to say to him, but no penalty was thrown. But it was Coach Hall was slightly animated talking to that side judge.
I think there might have been a little something in the scrum there. So here we go.
Possibly, yeah.
Free possession and more life here for Piedmont. Snap, and here is Mars on the keeper, and he's got room up the middle. Big stiff arm, and here we go. How about a 20-plus yard carry to start this possession? Uncle Mo looking at change of address forms tonight.
Yeah, Uncle Mo is he just felt the hot water that is at this rent house in Piedmont that we're going to sell him for a good price. So credit where Josh Mars is right there. that was just a heart run. I mean, he saw that hole up the middle, and it's like, I might be able to get 5 or 6, and then that 5 or 6 turns into 20.
1st and 10, ball at the 26-yard line with this free possession. Got to cash in. Handoff is to Izzy. Looking at the left side, falls forward. How many times have you heard me say that? Gain of about 4 on the play to stay on schedule. Izzy Robles, once again, doing Izzy Robles things.
I was going to say, but number 54 offensive lineman, I didn't get his name. He was thrown about 7 yards past the line of scrimmage. His shoulder pads were tossed and turned and then chunked away like trash, and not a single call on that one.
Twins to Mars's right. Robles up tight in the backfield. Pitchman to the right side. Flag on the play, and that is Houston brought down right at the first down marker if it stands. But that flag is in the vicinity of a hold here.
Yeah, they're going to. This puts it behind, that's a negative yardage there. That's something that you can't let happen. So let's see. The white hat's going to say personal foul, face mask. Oh,
wow! It's a face mask penalty.
Yeah. So those kind of penalties, it wasn't on the tackle, like it was right off the line of scrimmage. So those are the type of penalties that whenever you go back and look at it, that's an emotion penalty. That's where you spring off the ball and you went up and you grab someone's helmet to throw them to the side, because the only way you do that is there's an emotion there. There's probably some words being shared and everything. And that's where those McAlester coaches, I don't think it's just McAlester coaches. I think it's both coaches kind of basically say the team that's going to win tonight is going to make the one between the air holes make smarter decisions.
Half the distance to the goal penalty, so 1st and goal coming up. Robles in the backfield. Handoff is to Izzy. Bounces left side, lowers his shoulder, and tackled right there at the 1-yard line. Izzy Robles has shown the heart tonight like he has every night, and has a nose for the end zone.
Yeah, and Izzy's basically taking the page out of Cannon's book on this drive, basically saying anything you can do, I can do the same thing, maybe even better.
Quick snap coming up here. Mars under center. 2nd and goal. Ball at the 2, and it is a keeper. Mars lowers his shoulder. There is the signal as Josh Mars won't be denied the touchdown. And don't go anywhere just yet, ladies and gentlemen. The football game still right in front of us.
Yeah, and this is where, it's kind of a little bit of a decision. Do you try to make it an easy one-score or just a harder one-score game at this point? I think at this point before while you have the momentum, you score 2 back-to-back touchdowns in the first 6 minutes of this half. I think you go for 2 and you try to make this thing even. Make it, or not even, but make it an even 7 points.
Get back on schedule. Coach Hall agrees with you. Robles in the backfield here, and it is a snap, false start on basically everyone here, and that probably is going to change the dynamic here as that 2-point play turns into a 7-yard play, not a 2.
Yeah, that's I would expect everyone except the kicker is about to come on the field here.
Yeah, here we go.
Because Josh Mars is the holder for this team, so kind of one of those things you have to think about. Maybe think about later in the game. That kind of an idea of letting Josh Mars catch this and fake field goal of some sort.
Yeah, it's a little early for that though.
Well, I know, but later on in the game, start thinking about that. I'm just putting little knowledge nuggets in your head right there.
Knowledge nuggets, is that what they are?
It's something. It is something. It's a sight to behold. It is.
Lining up for the point after 25-yarder. Snap down. Kick is up. Knuckleball is good. And so what do you know about that? 2 quick scores in 6 minutes. 42-34 is your score. Crossover Radio Sports Talk with a purpose. We're going to be right back right after this message. Whirlwind second half already in force. Stick around for it.
Edmund Air Conditioning, Heating, 1965.
Lining up for the kickoff after the touchdown.
Can you go 2 for 2, you think?
We're going to try here. Pooch kick here. That is going to land right there. That's in play, guys. That's in play. That's in play. Signal here. Stealing a second possession. Special teams pulls out the pitching wedge, and that lands square on the green, and you're putting for money.
That backspin was just something to behold on that thing. That thing hit. I mean, all the McAlester players were like, that's just bouncing out of bounds, guys. Don't worry about that. That thing stuck the landing and put both hands in the air, and that was a 9.6, probably just dismount from the.
Tiger Woods has not put a ball on the green that good.
Yeah, we're bringing all the references, but what a special teams moment. Attempt to go 3 for 3.
McAllister's offense has not been on the field this half. Handoff is to Cannon Wood, and he is dragging a tackler. Gain of 4 on the play as he was met at the line of scrimmage and willed his way to that gain.
Oh my goodness! This team got something in the locker room of basically saying we are not going to. I think the joke is you never want the offense to get on the field, but they're really doing it. This half of the offense is really not getting on the field.
Second down play coming up. Wood in the backfield. Handoff is to Wood left side. And those 3-yard gains are turning into 7-yard gains here. First down as they cross into inside the 30. Ball at the 28 after the carry.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. That same run in the first quarter goes for about 2 or 3 yards, and now that's a 7-yard first down right there.
Twins to his left. Mars handoff left side to Cannon Wood. Gets forward to about the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 on, 35-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play. Second down coming up.
Yeah, and here's where I would start thinking, you got Lucian on the field, and, he's burned the sidelines a couple times, and he keeps on going in motion, and then you got Jaden Houston over there. It might be one of those things you kind of see if you can catch this defensive nap and go outside.
And that's what they're thinking. The pitch is to Houston, left side, cuts in front. A ball on the ground, fumble. Oh, my goodness. No. Jaden Houston, hands in his head. And oh, my goodness, what a gut punch as Houston was skating his way inside of the red zone, and the ball just gets popped out. Oh, my goodness.
That's called eagle claws. You got to put the claw on the tip of it and also have that thing nice and tucked to the side of the body. He was running kind of just nonchalant with that ball to the side of him. And, he had the first down. He was able to just get there, but I think he just made one too many moves, and that ball just popped right out like it was just popcorn.
Oh man. Oh, what a momentum killer for Piedmont. So now we see McAllister's first offensive possession handoff to the right side, and they get out of the shadow a little bit. Gain of about 7 on the play as they cross their own 20. Second down and 3 coming up.
Yeah, and this is where this front four, they haven't been on the field at all. Also, you have to keep that in mind. This defense hasn't been on the field all this second half so far. But the momentum has shifted a little bit. Now it's up to the defense to keep it that way.
Twins on either side, and here we go. Pass completed on the left side, and it makes a man miss and is dragged down at the 35-yard line after the completion. Gain of 15 on the play on the little bubble screen for McAlester.
Yeah, and that was a well-drawn-up play, being able to get to the second and third level there and almost break it loose, but Cale Kaufman was there on the tackle, being able to bring him down and a good form tackle from behind like that and not getting a penalty for it.
Twins on either side. Here we go, and the handoff is to the right side and makes a move, bounces out to the left side, cut down, gain of about 7 on the play. Blaze Baugh gets his first big chunk play of the second half.
Yeah, and that's something, credit where McCarty, their stud running back, he is out for the rest of the game. He has a leg injury. We don't know the details of it, but, Blaze is being able to step up here and just kind of take it over and not have to. It's McAllister still on their own schedule, but for this defense, just because that stud running back's out doesn't mean this guy can't run the ball just as well.
Trips to his right for the quarterback, and it is a completion right side here. Blockers in front, makes a move. Brought down right at midfield. Little bit of extracurriculars here as they.
Colton was just like, his foot was just caught on him, man. I don't know what. There's a little bit of, how do you say, heated moments going on between both teams, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, both teams realize that for the one on the wrong side of this end, tomorrow doesn't exist. Twins on either side for less now. It is a jet sweep testing the left side. Big hold on the left side that springs them for the gain
Ryder
of
Jones.
5.
Ryder Jones basically had both hands in the air trying to go for the tackle, and nothing called on that. That's welcome to McAlester, folks. Oh, I'm okay. Anyways, great run to the great jet sweep, and whenever you hold a guy there on the edge and you basically seal off the edge from somehow pulling him towards you and not letting him bounce to the outside, that makes it to where that hole is a lot bigger.
Twins on the left for less now, and a jumbo-style formation. Shifting both of the tight ends to now the left side.
That's almost a legal formation.
Yeah, it's pretty close. Testing the left side. Big hit right there at the line of scrimmage.
Is that Brogan? Yeah, that's Brogan Hardy right there. Number 25, able to get there and make a solid tackle there on that right at the line of scrimmage. Big third down here. It's going to be at the 45 or so yard line, right on the 45, and this is a big third down here for this defense. Try to get off the field. I mean, you weren't able to get off the field all the first half. This is a big momentum shift. If you're able to get McAlester not let them get points on the board on a drive, that's a victory in itself.
Minute 10 left in the third quarter. 3rd and 5. Big third down. Handoff is the ball. He's met in the backfield, and a full swarm of cats tackles him for a loss of 2 on the play.
And Tyson Benford is the one that was on the initial hit on that, number 21, getting into the backfield. Oh, my goodness.
Decision time for McAlester as it looks like they're going to bring out.
They're marking him down there? He got hit 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, but they're only doing a 1 yard loss. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he bounced outside and was able to reestablish himself as a runner and now makes it from a 4th and 10 to a 4th and 6. Looks like Jacob England is going to be back there to receive a punt, but I don't know if they're going to punt this ball.
Yeah, this is
great.
So yeah, they're lining up in a punt formation.
You got to be careful as a pass play because that's still
less down the backfield.
Yep.
High snap, rugby style kick is finally done. And
there you go. It takes a while.
Piedmont. I tell you what, this ground here is unforgiving because I have hit 7 irons that don't die on the fairway like that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Hey, victory. You know what it was? Piedmont was able to make McAlester not get points, and it's a one-possession game right now.
42-34 is your score. Piedmont down 8 with the ball. Bringing out big possession here. If they can tie it up going into the fourth quarter, then this fourth quarter is going to be an absolute dog fight. Izzy Robles in the backfield. Mars under center. The handoff is to Izzy, testing the left side, and they need 5 Buffaloes in order to bring him down. That should be the last play of the third quarter, as it was fast and it was furious.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, it's been all Piedmont. I mean, the entire third quarter has been just Piedmont. I know that sounds, crazy to say, but they have turned this game around since halftime, and Coach Hall and company should be happy going to the sidelines, holding the 4s up. 1 quarter left here at McAlester.
4s in the sky for one team, the last fourth quarter. Coming up, Crossover Radio Sports. It is Sports Talk with a Purpose. We will be right back right after this. Stick around.
At West Metro Community Church, we know the
42-34 is your score. Fourth quarter, Piedmont has the ball down 8.
Fourth quarter. This is what playoff football is meant for. I mean, you're down by 1 score. This is like what you tested or you had back in as a kid.
Nobody here at First National Field is comfortable. Pitch to the right side. Houston runs into his own man, looks for something. Nothing doing as he is met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up. Big, we've talked about it, and Piedmont has delivered on these big 3rd and 4th downs. Do they have one more in them?
I'm going to say something of the vicinity, probably a slant to Lane Whitworth over the center of the field. Let's see if that goes true or not.
Twins or singles on either side. Izzy in the backfield. And it is a pass play. Mars and throws into triple coverage to Lane Whitworth. Incomplete on the play.
I mean, he doesn't have to listen to me whenever it's triple coverage, though. I mean, it was to Lane. It was a slant over the center.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a it was a little bit of a fade route to Lane.
Yeah, but
and they had him triple bracketed. So luckily, I think Mars intentionally overthrows his man there, so nobody's able to catch it. Bringing out the punt team.
This is where you can maybe get that Piedmont Wildcat bounce here because that returner is only 20 yards off.
High snap brought down by the punter.
That's an end-over-end punt.
End over end that dies. I'm telling you guys, this turf, I don't know what it's about. There must be like some
stickum or some glue or some kind of.
I have not seen balls die on turf like this in all of my life.
Yeah, this field is very, how do you say, dead.
There's no life in this field because it's like, well, here it is.
Yeah, it's gonna go to where the ball is, not where the ball's going.
There's no such thing as a bounce.
Yeah, it's the old thing of coaches always say you always go where the ball's going, not where it is. Here, you have to change your philosophy. Just go to where it is.
Just go where it is.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's because it's staying there.
Yeah.
1st and 10, ball on the Piedmont 37 after the punt. Les now in the backfield, and it is a handoff testing the right side and breaks through to the second level. Gain of 5 on the play. That is Stephen Gregg is your ball carrier there.
Okay. This is where this Piedmont defense needs to kind of, make sure, it's a back-to-back punts by both McAlester as well as your offense, and now you're back on the field. Here's where you have to kind of step up. You have to keep your team in the game. You're down by 1 score. There's still time left in this game. I mean, granted, there's a little over 10 minutes left. Here would be a giant time to get a big, giant stop here.
Twins on either side, and Les now on the design run, testing the middle, finds a hole, shakes off a tackler, dives to the turf there to end the play, but not before getting first down yardage.
Yeah, that was just a wonderful play. He was patient, waiting in the backfield, waiting for his blockers to get there and get some blocks set. And once that happens, you're able to just exploit that and get some good yardage.
First and 10, a ball at the 23. Buffalo's knocking on the red zone. Trips to his left for Les now. Single single running back in the backfield. Handoff is that running back Gregg, and he finds a hole on the right side to the 10. 5 gets the corner. Shoved out of bounds, looking for a call, just pushed out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Gregg with a big-time run, and one's putting a little bit less wind in the Piedmont sails here.
Yeah, that's one of those runs that you as a defensive lineman right there are going, man, we've done everything we can. It's just there was not a secondary back for Piedmont within anywhere of that 5 yards off the line of scrimmage on that. And that's just one of those backbreaker type of runs right there.
Wildcat formation, and here we go. Testing the right side and finding pay dirt on the right side. Braden Bumpus on the touchdown carry. 34-48 is your score. Decision time for McAlester. You're up 14. Do you make this a 16-point game, or do you kick the extra point?
15. You kick the extra point. You take the easy points. You make it to where Piedmont has to have a choice within the next couple touchdowns. Do you go for 2 now, or do you go for 2 later? You run the
Snap
risk.
down, kick is up, and it is good. McAlester listening to you guys as they go up 15. 49-34 your score. It's Crossover Radio. Radio with a purpose. We will be right back right after this quick word. 9:52 left. Stick around. Crossover Radio Sports, it's Sports Talk with a Purpose, simulcast on Squirtle. Here is the scenario. 49-34 is your score, 9:52 left in the fourth quarter. Life still breathes for Piedmont. Here is the kickoff, fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. Their work cut out for them, Mark. You got to think that we're getting pretty close to must-score territory.
Oh, I think at this point, I mean, you were able to stop McAlester so far once on, let's say, 8 drives so far this game. And 7 out of those 8 times they've scored a touchdown. So, yeah, this is a point where it's going to get this is where it's going to make or break time. You have to be able to get down there. You have to be able to get a score. And you just have to be able to also not take so much time off the clock.
Twins to his right, left. Mars in under center, Wood in the backfield, and it is a handoff to Houston, testing the center, nothing doing. Maybe gets a yard, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to bring this defensive line a little bit misdirection. It seems like this defensive line is just pinning their ears back, getting into the backfield, and basically doing whatever they want. But they have to kind of start thinking. You have to think outside the box as a Piedmont fan right now.
Twins to his left, handoff is to Wood. Met in the backfield once again. This defense standing tall. Third down coming up as nothing doing right now in this running game. Got to get something going.
Yeah, this is going to be
Wood fell forward. I thought he was tackled right at the line, but it looks like they gave him about 2 yards in the play, so let's call it 3rd and 7.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you're going to have to let Josh Mars start airing this out. I mean, you're letting too much time get off this clock to make it a 2-score game.
Singles on either side. It is Mars. Fake pitch. Pitch
There's
not
a flag that came in late.
Yeah, late flag there. Pitch was not bid on by McAlester. Tackle right at the line of scrimmage. So here we go. Flag pending. No gain on the play.
I have a feeling this is another face mask. Let's see.
No, it looks like they're talking to McAlester, so it sounds like it's going to be on Piedmont. I bet it's a hold. And the open question is whether they're going to take the penalty or not. Man, that's a decision. Do you have it 3rd and 17 or 4th and 7?
I mean, personal
here we
foul,
go. Personal foul.
Chop block.
It is declined.
4th down.
They
Wow,
want the
that's
play.
a personal foul. That would make it a 3rd and 23 and put that ball way back in their own territory.
Well, not only that, but you also probably burn off another 30 seconds on the on that at 3rd and 17.
Yeah. I mean, that's an interesting play call. I would have elected to accept that thing and make them earn the next 2 shots here, but here's a big 4th down.
Singles on either side. 4th down. Mars looking to pass, throws up a prayer. Houston.
Oh,
incomplete pass for Houston. And that is where McAlester takes over. And I know one McAlester fan, Ryan Young, friend of the show, friend of mine, breathing a deep sigh of relief there.
Yeah, that was right at the line to gain, making it to get a 1st down. That's just, that was you have to start thinking if Piedmont can get a stop here, there's still a chance, but Piedmont needs to tighten up their boots here and dig in and get a big-time stop here and also make it to where it's a little bit less try not to take as much time off the clock at this point.
8:20 left in the fourth quarter. McAlester up 15. Handoff to the right side, testing the right side. Gets a gain of about 2 on the play.
Now this is going to make that clock keep rolling. It's going to go below 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter here with in the 2nd and 8. This is, I mean, the defense just needs to keep everything in front of them. They're going to run the ball. They're going to keep this clock rolling probably as long as they possibly can, unless it goes to an obvious passing situation. But you just have to keep your wits about you, knowing, hey, we got to get a stop here. This is a big series right here.
Trips to his left, 4 less now. Back to pass, looking for a man right side, looking to drop it in the bucket. Jump ball pushed out of bounds, even if he caught it.
Wow, they're going to say he caught that?
They're going to say he caught that. They're going to say he caught that. He almost hits the kicking net before he hits the ground, and they're going to say he caught that. You know what tastes delicious in McAlester? Beef stew.
Beef stew for everybody that's in the fans' kingdom here. Oh, my goodness. Okay. I mean, I guess, whenever you have extendo legs like, what is that, Stretch Armstrong from back then?
Listen, Inspector Gadget couldn't get his foot down on that. I'm sorry, but that's
okay.
Here we go. Trips to his left, less now. Handoff right side. Nothing you can do about it. Spinorama as he gets to the, let's call it 14, 13-yard line. Gain of 4 on the play. And Go-Go Gadget legs for the gain of 20 on the previous play.
Well, I mean, the Buffalo helped him stay inbounds. And, it's one of those things, if he's falling out of bounds, if you get pushed back inbounds, I think that counts, even if it's an outside interference or something like that. I mean, I guess that's how it works, McAlester. I mean, granted, everything up is down, left is right here, McAlester. I mean, the field doesn't bounce.
Trips to his left, less now, testing the left side, gain of 2 on the play.
Oh, okay. Even the booth next to us was going, they say he caught that. Everyone in the stadium was like, hey, he didn't catch it, but we'll take it.
Yeah, no, it's totally a catch, guys.
Yeah.
Never seen a better catch in my life.
I mean, Dez caught it too, but who knows?
Hashtag Dez caught it. 10 years later, the NFL comes back and is like, yeah, they got it.
Yeah, but we still don't know what a catch is. Oh.
Trips to the left for less now. 3rd and 6 coming. Here it is. Snap looking to his right over the middle and dropped. Ball
man.
Don't lie on that one. How about a little make-up play on that? That's all right, though.
Yeah,
4th and 6 coming. Decision time. I don't think it's decision. You take the points. You make this
if you get the field goal, it's a 3-score game.
A 3-score game.
Yeah, because it would make it 18. They would go 18 up here. So we'll see if Piedmont maybe can get some penetration into the backfield and possibly get this kick blocked and try to get Mr. Momentum coming back to Piedmont here.
Snap down. Nope. Kick is up, and it is good. 3-score game. 52-34 is your score. 6:05. A lot of things need to go really right for Piedmont to get back into this game. Crossover Radio Sports, simulcast on Squirtle. We'll be right back after this. Stick around.
I look forward to personally greeting you when you do.
Here is the kickoff fielded at the 40. Fair catch called for and made on the bounce. 1st and 10. That's where Piedmont's going to take over and mark 6:05 left. I mean, you got to think. I mean, a lot of things have to start going really, really right down 3 scores.
Yeah, this is it has to start going Cats' way here for the next 6 minutes. I mean, granted, they have shown they can score. These teams have showed you could score 3 times in 6 minutes. I mean, McAlester did at the beginning of the first half or the game. Beginning of the second half, we got 2 scores going into now. And so this is something that is doable. You just got to put your head down and do it.
Mars under center, Robles bouncing off the line, and he is tackled right. They're going to give him forward momentum right at the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And this defense now, they're just pinning their ears back and saying, Piedmont, I dare you to go over the top, and they're bracketing Whitworth. This is a defense that is might as well be in the huddle at this point.
Yeah, this is a defense that knows they can put the front 7 on a pretty much all-out blitz, contain, and then there's going to be a safety over the top for Lane and letting Cole go single coverage.
Twins to his right, Mars under center, looking to pass, and is completed on the right side. That is Lucian, and they are starting to open up the passing game and get a little bit more people involved. Lucian, gain of 8 on the play. 3rd and short coming up, and here we go.
Yeah,
Piedmont not going quietly into the good night.
No, this is something that they're going to have a lot more plays like that to get back into this game. I think you're going to have to pass this ball. You're going to have stuff out of the backfield, wheel routes of some sort.
Twins or singles on either side. Mars under center, and here's the pitch to Lucian, finding the right side. He's got room. He's got the first down. Dives forward to the 45-yard line. Gets out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Yeah, and once that ball gets set, the clock will start again. If I'm not mistaken, in the 4th quarter, correct?
I think it's under 6. Yeah, if you go out of bounds, the clock will stop here. So ball set. So
they're gonna.
He went out of bounds, so the clock is stopped.
But this is, that's the type of play. Chunk plays is what this team needs, but also, let this ball air out. This ball doesn't want to be
Singles on either side. Mars back to pass, looking to his left, and is completed down to the 2015. Cole Kaufman absolutely catches the needle thread into the red zone for Piedmont. What a play.
There's the windows where it has the 4 different panes, and it has like you know what I'm talking about? Yes. He threw it through one of the squares. Like there, not just there was one window there. It was one square that he threw that thing in there. Wow.
Singles on either side for Mars as he's under center. Quarterback keeper on the right side lowers his shoulder down to the 5-yard line. 9-yard gain on the play.
Oh, my goodness. This is a different team right now. They're playing with a little bit of tempo. It's something we haven't really seen from this team, being able to pass, run, pass, and keeping the defense honest on this drive. So maybe a slant over the center for Lane. He's single covered out there.
Singles on either side. Hand is to Izzy. Lowers his shoulder. Falls forward. Touchdown. Izzy Robles. He's not done yet tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my goodness. That was a heart run right there for Izzy. He just put his shoulder down, was able to get there, and oh, my goodness. Oh, man. What a just drive there. That was a drive that, that's something to build on. Oh, this is turning into be a game with about 4.5 minutes left. If this defense for Piedmont can get a stop, and this defense can get a stop once they get on the field.
Look, they needed a couple 2-pointers. Gonna go ahead and try for this one here. Shotgun formation. Twins are bad snap picked up by Mars. Tosses it up and caught by Colton Lucian. Oh, the prayers are answered.
Oh, my goodness. That ball was thrown. I knew you were over there. I'm just going to throw it over there. Oh, you caught it. Oh, my goodness.
Colton Lucian with his hands in the air like he's at an M516 event. And his prayers are answered. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, golly. Now, that's exciting stuff. So here you have to start thinking, I think this next, almost every kick from here on out for Piedmont's going to have to be an onside. And the only way you're going to give your chance to get in the game is to.
So that's a big time play. So now instead of being down, let's see, you kick the extra point, you're down 11. Now you're down 10.
Yeah, and so that
right?
makes
and
it
so
back
a
on
touchdown
schedule.
and a field goal would get you back in. So a little bit easier path to navigate.
Yeah, instead of doing the touchdown, 2-point, and a field goal, because if you miss the 2-point, you're down by a touchdown at that point. Because
Yeah.
I mean, if you were down by 11, you only get 6. Now you're down by 5, and a field goal doesn't help you. So
yeah, at some
that
point
was a
they needed the 2-pointer, decided to go for it here.
But this is going to be just an onside kick. The hands team is on the field for McAlester. All
We've
of them
had
are
some,
over there.
Yeah, we've had a lot of trickeration on special teams here.
Yeah, this is going to be an onside kick to Tate's right.
And so here we go. Squib kick and fielded right there at the 50.
That was man, good hands though. I mean, they don't call them hands teams for nothing because he was able to get that ball, then immediately got hit right as soon as he caught that ball. And oh man, this is where the defense has to step up. This is where they have to find a way to make dig deep. This is where coaches have to say, this is it. This could be it. You have to be able to step up and make a play happen. Only you can make this happen, and this defense needs to dig deep, find it within, and keep everything in front of them. Don't let anything over the top. Don't let anything over behind you. This is everything in front of you. 1-2 yard gains. That's it.
Biggest defensive series of the season. Here we go. Trips to his right, handoff to the right side. Les now gives it, and that is bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. Play call dead finally.
Yeah, I was
after
going to say.
A quick gain of 1.
That's a quick gain of 1, and 3 seconds later, it's still only a gain of 1.
Still only a gain of 1, guys.
Yeah, we gotta. Whenever that stops, that's a good time to blow the whistle. I mean, I'll fight for McAlester on this. We don't want to see anyone get hurt. Those are dangerous scrum piles whenever they go and they just stand straight up. That's where ankles and ACLs get hurt.
Let's now in the shotgun. Twins on either side. Second down. Here we go. Bubble screen on the right side. Finds a hole, sneaks through. Gain of about 5 on the play. Clock still running as he's tackled and bounds. Let's call it 3rd and 5.
Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4.
And don't have to tell you guys the magnitude of this 3rd down. Let's call it 3rd and, right at 4.
I'm not going to be, stereotypical and cheesy, but this is the season. This is a season-style 3rd down. I mean, the only way this game can keep going with 3 minutes left for Piedmont and this season to keep going is they have to get a big stop here, and McAllister's going to let this thing go all the way down.
They're going to let it go down, call a timeout, 1 second left, burn the clock. Get everyone think about this. 2:53 left in the 4th quarter. McAlester up 10, 3rd and 4 coming up on the other side of the break with the biggest 3rd down in Piedmont season. We'll be right back right after this. Let's reset it here as they continue to huddle. 2:53 left in the 4th quarter. 52-42 is your score. McAlester has the lead in the ball. 3rd and 4 coming up. And, again, maybe the biggest 3rd down in Piedmont season coming up right here.
Yeah, this is basically that front 4. You're going to have to contain, but as well as get good penetration into the backfield on this. But you don't want any runs to the outside. You only want runs to go north and south, no east-west style running.
Wildcat formation coming out for McAlester as they line up. McAlester had in the timeout huddle the quarterback and some receivers, and so here we go. And it is a 1st down, 10-yard gain, needed 4, got 10. That might be the backbreaker, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we do have a McAlester player down. Can't tell who it is, but it looks like number 14.
74.
74. That's one of their linemen. Man, he took a hit to, like, I think he just got a little stinger right in the back, but there was a shoulder pad that went to his back. I don't know if it was his own.
Sean Woods was the Buffalo, but looks like he's back up and back on the line here.
Yeah, he's he's their center. Yeah.
Twins on either side for less now. They're just looking to run the clock, and it is right up the middle, and that backbreaker, here we go, 15, 10 to the 5, right down there at the 5-yard line. And
that's what you call a dagger.
Yeah, a couple nails left to pound in, but here we go.
Oh my goodness, that's just heartbreaking for this team. Oh my goodness. Oh, but this is with about 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Because he went out of bounds right there at about the 7-yard line. But he's gonna. I have a feeling this is gonna be another run play, and hopefully it's just a run. Maybe he's touchdown, but it's gonna be another run here.
Right on, handoff right side, looking, pushing, scrum pile right there at the 2. I can be your backpack while you run.
Well, they were able to get the stop, but that's one of those times where, you know, you're on NCAA or Madden or something, you pull everyone off and let them score, so you give yourself a chance, because now it's just
well, you got your 3 timeouts. Piedmont takes the first of them here. Minute 59 left. 2nd and 3. You got, time, the clock obviously starting to become a factor. Let's go ahead and take a quick timeout with them. Crossover Radio Sports Talk with a Purpose. We will be right back.
Coffee, we serve the community.
2nd and 3 coming up. Minute 59 left. Piedmont down 10, has all their timeouts. McAlester looking to put this one away. Now, Twins to his right, and it is handoff right up the middle. Touchdown signaled, and that is it. Stephen Gregg coming in like the closer and shutting the door.
Yeah, that was just was able to just get right up to that right side and get into the touchdown, and a little bit of just pushing and shoving down there right at the line of scrimmage, and a lot of people, I have a feeling that's McAlester saying we're going to the next round, and Piedmont saying good luck. I have a feeling that's exactly what was said down there, not anything other of the sort.
You should be ashamed. Ashamed you should be. Just kidding.
Nice.
Second, yeah, you like that? Yeah. Bobbled snap, here we go. Looks like a blessed play. Lesnow throws, and it is completed.
Oh,
second on the 2-point conversion on the busted play. And sometimes everything clicks into place.
I tell you what.
The air's a little sweeter. The sun shines a little bit brighter. You tip your hat on that, and just sometimes Uncle Mo might have just dipped his toe into your rental house, but ultimately the momentum stayed with the Buffaloes. And 3-score game once again. Miraculous comeback this would be if Piedmont made a run. But, tip your hat to that, and there's nothing you can do about that.
I was going to say, McAlester has played a very well game so far, and the one thing that I'll give credit where credit's due, they've had one drive they haven't scored on. Every other drive since they scored on, they've been in a punt formation 3 times tonight. One of it had a timeout. One of it went for a touchdown.
The swinging gate touchdown.
Exactly. And then the third, they actually punted the ball. But that's the only punt they've gave up tonight. And every other drive so far for this McAlester team, they've been in the end zone. So they've been doing something right over there.
Here is the kickoff. High and over end kick, fielded at the 35, and then, bounces at the 35. is finally, this turf actually had a little bit of give
turf?
here on the west side of the turf.
Yeah, right
and it
there.
does go out of bounds.
The 37-yard line, it finally bounced out of bounds, and the turf actually acted like turf and not a mud pile.
I'm telling you, man.
This turf has been finicky. I mean, we've seen a couple guys slip on the turf when we've seen some weird bounces, and we've seen some weird things here in McAlester, but Piedmont's got the ball with about 1:50 left, 2 timeouts. They got to have a lot of
desperation time for Piedmont. Twins to the right for Mars. I formation, and it is a pitch to Lucian. That's been a successful play. Gandifton still running. Finds some room on the outside. Pushed out of bounds. Looks like he's about to run a 200-meter now on the track. Gain of about 20 on the play. And so, there's some laundry on the field. This might be coming back.
That's probably holding, but it's also holding after he got to the stick. I mean, it was those 2 wide receivers on the right-hand side. They look like they might have been holding, but then again, I don't know what holding is in McAlester, so it must be you have to rip a jersey in order to get holding here called. But we'll let it slide here. We're going to hear from the white hat. He's walking.
He's to the 45.
Yeah, he's what do you want to do? You just want to you decline it. You would just give them the ball. Dead
ball, personal foul.
Dead ball,
personal
foul, offsetting.
Penalties.
Offset, first down.
So it's dead ball foul. So here's what's going on. So dead ball fouls. The play stands. Lucian gets his 20 yards. So if you have him on his fantasy team, there's 2 points for you there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
If there was fantasy football,
high school fantasy football.
Yeah, I wonder how deep of a team you could have in high school.
Oklahoma high school fantasy football.
I mean, granted, just pick running backs, and your wide receivers are the ones that you go, just give me a point,
right?
But running backs.
Well, it's PPR though, so we're fine.
Yeah, true. Okay,
keeping it here. So they're meeting after that. I didn't see the timeout was called. I think it's an official timeout.
I bet you this, because the
McAllister's
coach is talking to the 3 of the zebras down there.
And I think what's happening is I think the zebras are talking to both and saying,
"Let's end this nicely."
Yeah, hey guys, you in essence, I think talking to McAllister is, it looks like you have a next week. Don't make us do something where one of your kids isn't going to have a next week. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's more of a we wrote down numbers. We've measured, and we're letting you know. Don't be dumb.
Mars under center. Woods in the backfield with him. Twins to his left.
Yeah, and it looks like Lane is on this near side with Houston on this in the slot.
Yeah, Houston in the slot, looking to maybe see if you can single up Lane, who's been your best receiver all year long. Mars under center, looking to pass, looking to uncork it. Single coverage for Lane. Has to come back for it. Dives for it. A for effort. Lane, oh my goodness. He absolutely laid out for that one. Second down coming up, but had the single coverage that you wanted, but just couldn't complete it. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that was just one of those plays that, it caught that corner off guard, and Lane was able to come back and almost get to that ball, but it was just a little bit out of reach. Josh Mars, let that one uncork. He put all the air under that thing in the world, but this is something that we're going to have to see from Josh Mars is just to see if he can get just one more TD.
1:39 left, 2nd and 10 coming up. Ball stops with the incompletion.
This is
lining up here, same formation. Twins to Mars live. Houston in the slot with Whitworth, and the fake pitch. Mars keeps it right side, and he's got room. Lowers his shoulder, rolls over the back.
Okay.
Gain of 14 on the play as Mars. Hey, credit these kids. They're still playing hard.
Yeah.
And still seeing what they can do about get some things. Clock stops as they move the chains. Should be.
There goes the clock.
I think, yeah. It should restart again. Yeah, there it goes. Starts again with the set. Singles on either side. Woods in the backfield. Mars under center. Fake to Woods again. Makes a move And then I can be your backpack while you run once again from Mars. Gain of 5 as he's brought down on a bear hug.
Yeah, that thing was just – he just carried him there. And so here he goes. I mean, Josh Mars, we talked about the beginning of the game, but this is a general move right here.
Handoff is to Woods, going right up the middle, very close to the sticks. They're going to give it to him. Clock stops.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go. So clock stops and reset. Clock starts again. Timeout, though, Piedmont, as they stop it here. We're going to go ahead and take this break with them. Crossover Radio Sports, Piedmont Wildcat Football. Little bit left to be decided here. We'll be right back.
Taking the name of Jesus to the nations. We would love for you to be a part of it.
They were short of the first down, 3rd and 2. 58 seconds left. Mars under center. Ball is right at the 22. Woods in the backfield. Twins to his left with Houston and Whitworth to his left. Kaufman up top, single high. Handoff is to, fake to Wood, and it is, looks like it's to Anglin.
Yeah, that if it's Anglin, that's the first run we've called from him tonight. Yeah, that's Jacob
Anglin. Yeah. Motor gets the first down there. Clock stops with the chain reset.
And he also went out of bounds, right?
Yeah, it looks like he did go out of bounds. So here we go. Mars under center. Singles on either side. Pitch is to Lucian.
Just lowers his head.
Lowers his shoulder, his head for a gain of 3. 45 seconds left here in the ball game as McAlester, a little bit of gamesmanship as they are not moving very fast to get off of Lucian, as well as not allow for anybody to get set here, and that forces Piedmont to go ahead and call their final timeout. 33 seconds left here in the ball game. Staying here, Mark, I mean, lot of really, we're talking, immaculate reception on the Music City Miracle on the
West Side Story of such
on the Des caught it, kind of things have to happen for Piedmont to get on to get here.
Yeah, this is a frustrating game, I would think, for Piedmont. They had a chance. They got it down to one score, making it whenever it was 34-42. They had a chance at this game. It's just that this game has turned into it just fell out of hands here in the fourth quarter. They had a great third quarter, but this fourth quarter just did not go their way.
2nd and 8. Here we go. Mars back to pass, looking for a man, and throws it up, and that is intercepted.
Go to the ground.
And going all the way to the 30-50, going to go the length of the field.
Oh, my gosh.
Flags on the play here all the way back, tackled at the 10. We have – so there were some extracurriculars there over here at the 20, as it looks like 2 Buffaloes and 2 Wildcats were discussing the finer points of the Star Wars sequels.
I mean – Revenge of the Sith is still one of the good ones.
Not prequels, sequels.
Sequels?
Yeah, no.
That's prequels, sure.
Yeah,
The Last Jedi was also
Rey
good.
And Finn.
Yeah, the Last Jedi was good, but it's not really a sequel. It's a Star Wars story. Rogue One, still the best one. Don't want to care. I mean, we can argue all you want. You're
disagree.
Wrong.
That was probably so. Here we go. Tackled at the 10. No pick 6 here as they run the length of the field. Refs discussing what's going on and the penalties. We're probably going to have some offsetting. It's all going to depend on who it is, and then all depend on how they're going to write it. More implications here for McAlester than obviously Piedmont, as McAlester has a tomorrow.
Yeah, this is I mean, there is a lot of things happening right there. Josh Mars had a lot of heart to get down that sideline to try to get a tackle, and I thought he stepped out where Josh Mars pushed him out, but I guess it kept on going. And I went back and looked over. I was looking in the backfield, or that behind the play. There was a bunch of Piedmont players on the ground, but here we go with the white hat. It's going to tell us. So tell us what happened. Personal foul, Piedmont. Then unsportsmanlike conduct, McAlester. So
McAlester fans displeased with the idea that perhaps both sides had culpability here.
Yeah, and this is going to be one of those things. They're going to get the ball really good field position.
Yeah, I mean, this should be a knee.
It should be a knee. I would hope it's a knee.
Yeah, it's got to be a knee. If it's not a knee, then we're going to spend the next 10 minutes
discussing the finer points
of not it being a knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're lining up. 7 there. That's who is that? Let me bring up the roster.
Is that Blaze? No, Blaze was 20.
Buzz. Yeah, here we go. There's less now.
We just don't know where the ball is supposed to be spotted.
We're just deciding. So it looks like they're going to spot it where Marr shoved him out of bounds.
Okay, so that's at the 26-yard line, 26 and a half.
Yeah, so right there, 26 and a half.
This should be victory formation.
Victory formation coming up. You got to think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, that's victory. Yeah, because there's a guy. There is the knee. No timeouts left for Piedmont. And here we go, 10-9, 8-7, 6-5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tip of the hat to the Piedmont Wildcats. It has been a pleasure calling for Piedmont all season long. We're going to be right back with some final thoughts and some prognostications as we look around. Crossover Radio Sports simulcast on Squirtle. You've been listening to us. We'll be right back after this last break of the season. Stick around. Over Radio Sports simulcast on Squirtle. And that is how the season ends, ladies and gentlemen. 60-42, your Piedmont Wildcats fall to the McAlester Buffaloes. Tip of the hat to the Buffaloes. They ran away, got a 3-score lead. It got interesting there as they got within 10, Piedmont did, in the fourth quarter, and just could not get those last couple plays to get even closer.
Yeah, that was just they had. Let's start with this. They had heart throughout this game. They never left this game. They never stopped trying, and that is a big thing for some of these kids. But you have to give tip your cap to Colton Lucian Sr. Final game of the year for him, and and most likely final game he's going to put on some pads, as well as I'm going to go through some of the seniors real quick. There's Brady Tabor, Paul Kimbrell. There's Cale Kaufman, Jacob Anglin, and John Weeder, Cale Amos, Joe Ramsey, then Bryson Weebush, Jackson Myrick, and Zach Thompson. Those are your seniors this year. They made a good run in the playoffs. They had a fantastic year going into this. They had a chance. There was just not enough steam going into the end of the season right here. They had a great third quarter. They had a bunch of momentum. It's just that the fourth quarter happened, and it just seemed like the McAlester turf bounce is a real thing. And
yes, it is.
What this turf is exactly how this game went. First quarter, completely and utterly all McAlester. Second quarter, pretty even in that heavyweight bout as we were talking about going into halftime. Third quarter, Piedmont came in with haymakers, brought this game back to one score. Then that fourth quarter started, and it just felt like in that boxing match that we brought up again, it just felt like there was just ran out of steam as the game went on, and McAlester was able to be the one that stood over and made it to where they had the fighting chance to move on, and they did. And credit where credit's due, McAlester played a great game, led by Lesnow, and getting his team to the next round of the playoffs. Bunch of great games tonight. Also, I know there's a couple of them, but Grove upset Guthrie, and then it's from right now. I mean, we haven't seen it gone final, but Bishop McGuinness was up by 2 scores going in against the number 1 in 5A Coweta, and then Carl Albert handled business against Del City 19-0. So this 5A playoff picture is getting a little bit where we're being able to see that playoff picture coming to end.
It's getting kind of hectic, and so. Yeah, I mean, to piggyback on them, I mean, look, head held high, especially to the seniors. Head held high for the leaders of this team. We're talking about Wood and Izzy and Mars. A lot of things to learn, a lot of heart here. This is a galvanizing kind of game where you take a lot from and then you say, look.
We hung
lesser teams, after going down 21-0, would have folded up.
Yeah, and this team showed tremendous heart. I mean, granted, from us covering this sophomore team last year versus these juniors this year, as talking with that Izzy, the Mars, and Wood, that just dynamic trio that we've been seeing this season, and everything, that is something that those sophomores grew from last year from Lawton Mac. And then going forward to playing against this game against McAlester, hate to bring up bad juju, if you will, from last season, but this team just was able to put their head up, and as you said, being down 21-0. I think the sophomore team last year being down 21 would have just gone, I don't know what to do with my hands, quoting Ricky Bobby here, the great and powerful Talladega Nights Ricky Bobby, but the going down 21, you don't know what to do. This team as a bunch of juniors, they were able to go, we are still in this. Let's fight back. That is something that not even just in football, but in life you can learn from, and being able to overcome adversity. And it was truly a joy to watch this team tonight, but also truly a joy to call games for this team and getting to watch these kids grow all season.
We will see you guys in the 2023 football season. Crossover Radio Sports. It is Sports Talk with Purpose. My name is Philip Larson. For the last time, my brother from the same mother, Mark Larson. Guys, thank you so much for letting us be a part of it. We will see you next year. And for the last time in 2022, go Cats.